Hello YouTube. Today we are looking at exterior decoration. As you can see, we have a blank wall. I actually see quite a lot of people building like this, just a big wall and a door in there, and that's it. So I'm doing this tutorial to show how we're gonna break it down and build up a lot more detail on the outside of the building. The first thing we're going to do is we've got the walls here that are flush up to the concrete. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set that back. Now we've got rid of that wall, I'm going to use a barrier just to set it back inside the wall. So we'll get his walls here and hold control, and we have our first wall there. And I don't know why the wall changes colour when you do that, but so now his walls are indented into the wall. And as you can see, that gives us like a nice little border. Let's just move that door back too. And change it. So now the door's moved back. We have our border running all the way around. So that border is very square, and we want to start breaking up the face of that square, which is there. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some posts in. I'm going to place one here, a little one concrete foundation away from the door, and same on the other side, just to give this door a bit more room, and I'll show you why in a moment. We're just going to run these up. Like that, and like that. And already we've broke that large square down into 3 parts. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the door, because I don't like this tiny little door. So let's open this up to be a little bit bigger. And we'll give it a size something like that. For these 2 side bits here, I'm going to put some windows in so I can get what shape I want. Maybe that might be a bit too big. Let's do that and that, and we'll do the same on the other side. And again, that breaks that shape up again. So just for the part of making shape, we're going to just put some windows in. We might not keep these, but for now it's going to give us an idea of what it's going to look like so. So already you can see we've broke down this square by adding 2 more inside it, same on this side, and then we've got a rough idea of how big we want this door. And there's still a large space here, and the lines are very straight. We can still see that square shape, which is kind of what we're trying to break away from. So first off, let's start breaking up the shape of the corners. So we'll put one of those there and one the other side. And that just cuts out that clean cut edge like this, that right angle there. We're just removing that right angle, change the shape from square, because everything is square at the moment, and because it's repetitive, we have the square in the middle, we have a square at the outside edge, another square there, another square there. The whole thing is a square. We need to break away from that. So I'm going to do some work around this edge, and we'll see what we can come up with to change that. So first things first, I'm going to just change that shape in a very basic way by putting these here. And I'm going to do the same at the top. And then I'm going to do that and that. Maybe put one at the side too. like so. Now I'm going to build a pillar here up to that one. Then I'm going to put a ramp at the bottom and a ramp at the top. And we'll do the same at the other side. And now already you can see at the bottom that the shape's starting to change when it's not so square. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring these pillars forward. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this block. And I'm going to put a pillar there. And then I'm going to use this to offset it by 45 degrees. And then put that back. And then using the top, I'm going to set that 45 degrees. So then I can connect this one to the bottom, like so, and then connect that like that, which gives me that shape. Then we're going to follow this up. And then when we get to the top, we're going to do the exact same thing. Place one and then place the other. And I'll do that on the other side. So as you can see, we've brought them out and I've shaped the concrete to the same as the posts. And the shadows now come down the wall at a different angle because of the gap behind, which gives the wall much more depth and it's broken up a lot more. So now let's start work on the door. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give our door some shape around the edge, because all the rest of his edges are thick concrete, so we're going to do the same here. Use a half foundation to come up. And we're basically just following this line. See what we can come up with, and that's give us that shape. So we can work with that. So now we have the shape of the door. I'm thinking about using the top for some glass work. So let's give that a go and see how that works. So I'm putting in some glass panels. I'm going to use some walls to shape it out. And at the top here, we're just going to place these down just to give us that shape. To break up this very flat edge here, I'm going to use some beam work. Now we're just going to colour these beams in just to blend them in a little better. Obviously you'd use whatever colour scheme you are going for. So now that we have what we have, we want to break up this square shape, which we did in the corner but not anywhere else. And what I'm thinking is maybe running these up here on both sides. Which changes the shape completely. And now we're getting a much better look for the front. However, the top line over here needs a lot of work. And I've just put some pillars in beside the windows. And it just runs some more lines through it. We're now breaking up that shape really well. But again, it's still missing something along the top, which we're going to work on last. By the way, if you're finding this interesting and want to learn more, you can actually watch me build live on Twitch, which there's a link in the description, so feel free to check me out. Now let's look at this top bit up here. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to drop the corners. And then in the middle here, I'm going to do the same from the inside edge. Like that, and just bring that down by one. And as you can see, that gives us a whole new shape at the top. But I think what this build really needs now is colour, and lighting is a fantastic way of doing that. So now we have some lighting in. I've put blue lights above the window, above the door and the window, and above the other window. And then I've put red lights on the inside, but I've put stairs underneath them just so the light fans out in them lines like that. And it kind of gives you that effect. Let's take a look at nighttime. That's what it looks like at nighttime, which gives it a really good look from a few different angles here. So for me at this stage, this is where I'd start decorating the outside. So just by adding some color difference to the floor, a few walls, it's already looking much, much better. And now I've gone a little bit extra, just darkening the walls, giving it a different color to the actual foundation color, and it makes it stand out much better. So that's how I go about decorating the outside of my buildings. If you want to see more or you have any other questions, please drop them in the comment section below. And if you want to see me building live and ask questions live, head over to Twitch, follow me there and watch the streams. I do stream regularly. Between that and these videos, I'm sure you'll get all the help you need. And I will catch you on the next one. Bye bye.